Hello everyone and welcome to another vlog. I am back at Disneyland, the original Disneyland in Anaheim, California. And today I wanted to show you the Walt Disney A Magical Life animatronic and special feature show that they have in the Opera House here on Main Street. So come along with me and we'll go take a look. Okay, so into the Opera House we go, and you can see this new signage here with Walt Disney Magical Life. And they even have it just outside as well with this pretty cool poster. And once you're inside, there's actually a replica of Walt Disney's Main Street apartment, which is actually really cool. It's a great way to see the apartment if you're not able to do the tour that they have at Disneyland. I still have never seen the actual inside of the apartment myself, but they have the lamp here, the cranberry coloring that's included throughout the apartment, the various art and pictures, and even the carpeting itself, you'll notice, so all those details as well. And they have some awards Walt Disney received on display. I believe these are from the Walt Disney Family Museum. It includes a Presidential Medal of Freedom. So very cool to see that award up close. And various other awards that he received as well. And they also have artwork from the various Disneyland lands, like concept art for things even like Critter Country and Toontown, from the past to the present, including Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We turn around the corner here, there's actually a lot of other art related to New Orleans Square. So again, the concept art throughout the years for that section of the park, including the stores, the shops, the restaurants, a lot of things that actually did come to be in terms of the buildings that they have there, but very cool to see this Imagineering artwork for this really cool area of the park, including the initial layout idea. And then if we turn this way and walk towards this board, you'll see some Adventureland artwork as well. So they have the concept art for some of the shops and stores and rides there, as well as the original sort of layout plan for Adventureland. You have the entrance there, some of the stores that are actually currently there as well. And if we turn, more turns this way to Fantasyland, you can see some of that concept art for the various Fantasyland rides, from the initial kind of more like fair look of the opening to the 1983 update to the land. So again, just Fantasyland all through the years. For things that are currently there, no longer there, there's the former Carnation Bandstand. And then there's even concept art for Disneyland. I'm actually going backwards here. It goes from the Anaheim plans for the park all the way back to the original plans near the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. But if we go to this next room, this has really cool things that you'll see in here. Some more awards among the many awards Walt Disney received, including the special Snow White award just over here. And yeah, just some among the very many. But what's cool about this display is you actually see kind of some initial concepts for animatronics. Here's a Buddy Ebsen Dancing Man animatronic test figure. That was an initial concept idea for the first animatronics. Here's Buddy Ebsen doing the dance himself. That was the inspiration for making the figure. And what's cool is they also have not just the figure, but the workings of it underneath. So this is kind of like the first test into animatronics. You have a crocodile animatronic or alligator animatronic from the Jungle Cruise, including with the discs that would be used to control the animatronic. And then just over here, of course, we have Jose, the tiki bird, Walt Disney's tiki room. And then you see another animatronic bird here. The tiki room, of course, had multiple animatronics and was the first of its kind to use those. So you have the hanging singing flowers over here, and then some pictures of Walt Disney with these animatronics, and then the chanting display over here. And then on the other side, you have some Mary Blair figures as part of the Small World animatronics and attraction overall. So we see some of those in use, some original to this is Small World. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, this is really cool. A couple of the animatronics that were used for that very popular attraction just before you go into the show. Look at this guy up here. The details of these animatronics up close and in brighter lighting than we usually see in Pirates. And of course the pig, the happy pig, along with the happy drunken pirates. And then you have the Walt Disney Magical Life display here, including with a painting of Walt Disney. And they also have, just below the painting, Walt Disney with Mickey, is a Walt Disney bust, the Bling Gibson bust. So it's pretty cool that they have this featured in here as well. You can look at it up close. And then they do have the kind of just pictures of Walt Disney throughout his lifetime. I mean, there's so many, but they put some pictures here of Walt Disney meeting various presidents, dignitaries, doing some work for charities, and then of course with Disneyland itself. So you got a lot of Walt Disney through the years, both with his studios and movies and personal life, and of course the theme park as well. And there's Walt and Roy also, Walt with his brother Roy. And if we head this way, there's some more Disneyland related. It's like Walt Disney with Imagineers for various attractions and various lands throughout Disneyland. And we can see those featured here. There's Walt Disney and Mary Blair, for instance, with Small World. And then with the various lands and rides, including pirates. So very cool. All right, we'll head into the Opera House to see the showing.
For his visionary work, he received hundreds of awards from all corners of the globe. More Academy Awards than any individual in history. And the Presidential Medal of Freedom for a lifetime of inspiring others. He created dreams that live on today for millions around the world. But with all of that, when asked to name his greatest reward, Walt's reply was surprisingly humble.
Well, my greatest reward, I think, is that I've been able to build this wonderful organization, and also to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward. But all individuals are different. I had a brother who I really envied because he was a mailman, but he was the one that had all the fun. He had himself a trailer, and he used to go off and go fishing, and he didn't worry about payrolls, stories, picture grocers or anything. And he was the happy one. I always said he's the smart Disney. You know, I was stopped one day when a little boy asked, "Do you draw Mickey Mouse?" And I had to admit I do not draw anymore. Well, then you think of all the jokes and ideas. No, I said, I don't do that. Finally, he looked at me and said, "Mr. Disney, just what do you do?" Well, I said, sometimes I think of myself as a little bee. I go from one area of the studio to another and gather pollen and sort of stimulate everybody. I guess that's the job I do. You know, there's a lot of satisfaction in developing ideas into realities, but there's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting. We're interested in doing things that are fun, in bringing pleasure and especially laughter to people. But I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing. It was all started by a mouse.
Well, there you have it. That's the showing. I just want to show this real quick for the Disneyana store. They actually have a Walt Disney figure that's available now for sale. So you have a Walt Disney at his desk that's actually pretty detailed and looks a lot like him and has interesting details of what was on his desk at one time at the studio. So pretty cool souvenir item for Walt Disney fans. All right, well, that was actually pretty interesting. I'm glad they have a focus on Walt Disney himself in the park now, including with that show that they have. Very cool kind of overall of his life, and the animatronic was interesting to see as well. I wish there was a little more time with the animatronic, but nonetheless, still interesting. Hopefully they'll expand the animatronics time, but good to, again, that they featured Walt Disney more in Disneyland Park itself. So definitely recommend checking it out for any of you Walt Disney fans. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel for more videos. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.